Where would you? Because I'm not. I think there's so many garbage supplements out there that cost so expensive, greens, drinks, or powders, et cetera, et cetera. Um, and I was wondering, so what supplements do you think are effective if we talk about like minimum dose? Like I only started like the pure creatine a couple of years ago, and that's been a huge benefit to me. So I wonder if you still are one of those proponents of creatine, if there's anything else that you think is worth people trying.
Yeah, before you even said it, I was going to say creatine is something that they found from basically everybody after puberty until death, because it has so many benefits beyond just, what people think of just like this bulking up mechanism. And it's not even just that. Like it improves
Yeah.
obviously strength, it can improve muscle mass, but there's tons of research showing now how it improves brain health, recovery, all these different things that it has. And it's been proven to be safe a million times over. The beauty of it is that the most effective form is the simplest, just simple creatine monohydrate. The general rule of thumb is just 5 grams for most people. Obviously, you need a little more or less depending on your size, and the situation. But that's a pretty good staple that most people should have and will have benefit from. It's not just male bodybuilders; it's kind of everybody. Um,
Mm.
and then other ones from there. The challenge with supplements is that there's not a ton of research in it because there's not a lot of money to do the research. The trade-off that they made with the government was that you won't regulate us. But then they said, okay, well, fine. Well, you can't patent your stuff. And when you can't patent stuff like a drug company can, you don't spend the money on research and development. And you also don't have a whole lot of oversight. And so
Mm.
if you and I wanted to make Eric and Michael's, creatine in our basement, we could do it, and there's not going to be a lot of oversight into what gets into that. And so that's why you hear about athletes who will fail drug tests because there was contaminants from different things because there's very poor oversight. So if you do look for a supplement, you want to look for certain things within that. And there's other people that are much better than me that can talk to this. Pratik Patel, I had on my podcast. We talked quite extensively about this, about how to
Mm.
look for the good supplements and versus other supplements. Or if you follow him on Twitter, he's a brilliant guy when it comes to nutrition supplementation. But other than that, it's more goal specific. There's some pretty strong evidence on omega 3s in fish oils, provided you can get a good quality fish oil. There's a lot of strong evidence of that, and as long as it doesn't contradict any of the medications that you're taking, that's something else that people can derive a lot of benefit from. Um, and then from there, something maybe with something to help with gut health, some kind of prebiotic formula would also be something to look into as far as just like simple basics. And then anything from there is going to be case by case basis.